Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. We're back with Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, pulling a... I think I was say Kazam at first.
Pulling a Kazam. Tony was talking about John Cena
playing
as
Shazam,
and I thought he was talking about Kazam.
Yep.
Shaq's Kazam, and I got excited.
I am Kazam!
I got excited.
Yeah. No.
Back to your hole. I've been getting into a lot of holes lately.
Yeah, like a lot of them. Unlocking them. I find their true potential.
Yeah, you fucking rub that.
You rub that lamp. You rub it.
It's really easy, you know?
So sorry, boy. I'm afraid your second wish has been denied.
Denied.
Huh?
Oh, dang. Aladdin, how do you...
Sorry, Al.
If Aladdin's already spent...
Oh, this... I got potions. Good. This next fight is not going to be fun.
Aladdin really burned through his wishes quick. What was his first wish?
To get us out of there.
Oh. Yeah, wow, Aladdin. You're not very good at this whole genie
We're
thing.
about to have a nice fun fight on our hands here.
Oh, whoa. They're invincible? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, I don't want to be on that. I want to be on this one.
Potipede?
Potipede.
It's a potipede.
Potipede.
So is it like you destroy the head and then you can break his body parts?
Kind of. You just gotta eventually destroy him. He's not easy.
Oh, yeah, this is an interesting fight.
It's a toughie. It's not easy.
Oh, so it's like you have to actually follow him away.
Yep.
Huh.
I died this fight a lot.
So does this mean that you're technically fighting the genie right now?
No. This is something that Jafar put together. This is a Heartless.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. So then, oh well, I guess Jafar's working with Maleficent, so of course he can help. He can kind of control Heartless.
Control the Heartless, yeah.
Makes sense. Continuity is strong.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. I don't think I've dropped the ball too much, but to be honest, I don't know. So, mini question today. If any of you guys know continuity errors in Kingdom Hearts, add them below.
Yeah, continuity errors aren't the easiest thing to catch sometimes, but I think...
This was a bad idea. This is one of those times this is a bad idea.
You think so?
We'll see. Maybe not.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Actually, no, he's not doing so bad. It was actually kind of worth it.
Is he just down for a limited amount of time?
Yes, yeah, eventually he goes away. Yeah.
I couldn't tell if he was like dying and if healing him was doing anything, or if
No,
it was
I was
just
healing
like...
myself because I was getting beat up.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of had a glow about him while he was roaring, but maybe that was just what he does. Are there a lot of summons in this game?
Oh, there's a few.
Yeah, that's kind of
There's
cool.
like 3 or 4, I think.
Okay, so not a ton compared to some of the other Final Fantasies, but this isn't Final Fantasy, so...
Oh, I think I'm doing pretty alright this time. Okay.
I mean...
Yeah, I'm actually doing not too bad.
Yeah, it seems...
Yeah.
You seem like you had a pretty good handle on that. Maybe you're at that tipping point with your
maybe
leveling.
or maybe I'm just finally getting back into it. I don't know, because there's a certain point. Ray of Light.
What's that do?
That's a bangle. So it's an accessory of some kind. That does
Get like
something.
+5 defense.
+5 to restore her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't talk because I love my RPG elements, man. I do. Like, I hate when games take away RPG elements from me in sequels. Like, I'll always be mad at Mass Effect 2 for that. I love Mass Effect 2 as a game. It's a better narrative than the first one. Well, I think it's a better narrative than the first one. I think they're I think the partners you can get in that game are more interesting.
I think the dialogue and the character relationships were better.
Yes.
I think the narrative was obfuscated by that.
Yeah, but I just feel like the end, it was a good final level. I feel like Mass Effect 2 had a really important final, like, you know.
I guess. I honestly don't remember the ending of that game.
That's where you try to do the suicide mission.
Yeah, all I remember is that at that point I had a mini nuke, a legitimate mini nuke, and that was what I was using to fight enemies. And I was like, this is just gone out of control.
I don't remember that part.
I think that was an upgradable weapon. I think you could get a mini nuke, and it's just ridiculous. Like, that's one of the guns. I don't know.
But I did miss the fact, like the customization of the first game.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so much you could do, so many ways to put your stats in. Oh,
That I
love it.
agree. Well, yeah, the first game I really, really liked. Like, I played through that game multiple times.
Yeah, I think I beat the first one 2 or 3 times. I
And-
beat the second one twice.
I played the second one once, beat it, and then I just never felt like going back. I never even played the third one, which I heard the third one was good, except for its ending.
The ending was kind of lame. You kind of lose all your agency, it feels like, in the end.
Well, that's...
When it's a game about agency, you know, it's
Well, that was
like-
sort of my issue with the second game, too, is that it didn't really have agency. It was just, do I
Yeah.
choose to learn more about this character, or do I not?
That's fair.
It's not really agency, that's just playing the game because you kind of... The whole point was to build better relationships with your partners.
And that's the thing. So, like, with Dragon Age Inquisition, so in the first 2 Dragon Ages, you knew how your allies felt about you. In Inquisition, they kind of got rid of that. Like, you still have the, like, oh, how much people like the approval meter, but it doesn't show it to you anywhere. So
interesting.
you have to kind of figure out by the interactions you have with them
so-
where they stand with you.
So it basically made the dialogue more important to pay attention to. You get your context from, like, how they react.
Yeah, exactly. And so I found like a little chart that explains it a little better to be like, here's how they actually feel about you because, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that even kind of goes back toward our... Or no, maybe I was talking about that with Jen on Dream Daddy. But we were talking about how Dream Daddy shows you your relationship standing with the daddies that you're
Yeah.
dating. And I thought that was really interesting because not a lot of dating sims do that. You
Really?
usually just have to kind of like hope that they love you as much as you think that they
Right.
do. And like in a way that creates a really limiting experience because it means it will create a scenario in which you're unwilling to try to like schmooze around with other
That's fair.
dateable characters because you don't want to risk the chance that you aren't at the maximum standing with one of the other characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Dream Daddy takes the opposite approach of where it's like, hey, you know, they like you.
Yeah, right. So it's
You-
like,
you have
this-
X amount of hearts,
Well, I
you
feel
get
like this
this
makes
grade.
sense. I just feel like that makes sense in a
Yeah.
game like that.
Yeah, so I appreciated that quite a bit, but it sounds moderately similar to the Dragon Age thing, where it's like not knowing how they feel about you, or feel about your choices for that matter, kind of like, oh, is there a secret up there?
If I can do it, that'd be great.
But yeah, not knowing how they feel sort of can either be frustrating or it might make you unwilling to take some characters along with you.
Right, exactly. Well, there's one character I'm trying to romance specifically, but I'm almost thinking about not doing a romance plot this time in my playthrough.
And just like,
Because I'm very much a character who's about, I want everyone to be free. And, you know, like, I want you to have free will. Maybe just Templars, whomever you are. And then this one character that, like, I think is really cool, that'd be cool to have, like, a relationship with, is like, yeah, but mages should be contained in the circle so that they don't get too powerful. I'm like, but I don't know if I feel that way. But at the same time, maybe let's play the story like this for this one, you know?
yeah.
Because I really do want to play through all the Dragon Ages again. Maybe not 2. 2, I only really need to play that game once.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I heard pretty poor things about it. I really need to just go back and beat the first game.
Well, and there's the DLC, because, like, so in Dragon Age, it's really interesting because there's a couple of ways to beat. There's, like, 3 different ways the ending can work out,
Yeah.
which is cool. And, like, they're really different endings. It's not like, oh, it's a slight difference. It's like they're all, you know, pretty different.
This boss fight's pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. I kind of forgot about this. When you first started fighting him, I thought it was just like the entrance of the level. And then
Nope.
you climbed up his face and started hitting his eyes, and I was like, wait,
Yep.
oh, this is a battle. I did not realize. So it's kind of like, I mean, like Shadow of the Colossus-esque, I guess, in that you're trying to
yeah.
like not fall off while he's swinging around. It's rodeo-ish.
It's just an easier way, because because there's ways for you not to get up here, but it's pretty hard to not get up here. Like, you'd have to be actively trying to not get up there.
So can you damage him if you're not hitting his eyes?
No. But he does bend down every so often, and then, like,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
I mean, is this designed so that you should be able to climb him?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I imagine so. It'd be really crappy of them if that wasn't the case.
I mean, like, it doesn't seem tremendously hard to climb him, so I think that it must have been something that they had in mind. I just don't know if, like, you were just glitching your way up on top of it.
No glitching. No glitching.
Did you break one of his eyes?
I did.
Nice.
I should be close to breaking a second eye. Darn it.
This wasn't a real fight in Aladdin. Or was it? I mean, they flew in the lion's mouth.
Yeah, no, this wasn't really. I mean...
I guess the lion kind of was defending the lair, though. I guess it sort of was a fight.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
I mean, they just kind of flew directly into his mouth. They were like, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm just gonna go inside.
I'm just gonna go inside of you.
Just gonna go inside. Wasn't Aladdin the one... maybe it's not Aladdin. What was the story where Open Sesame originated from?
Oh, yeah, this one.
I mean, was it like old school Aladdin that was part of? Maybe it was. I know that was an old, like, Arabian tale.
Anything that's Arabian related is going to be related to... I mean, if we're talking about the Disneyfication of it, it's going to be Aladdin.
Well, yeah, I don't know if Aladdin was inspired by that like, folk tale or whatever.
Yeah, the Arabian Nights, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
It was.
Well, I don't know what the Arabian Nights story was.
The 40 Thieves or whatever.
Yeah, maybe that was that story.
Okay, I just want to finish this fight. Please let me finish this fight. Oh, thank God. This has been going on long enough.
Yeah, he does have a lot of health. Do you think that the like gimmick of having to climb on his face to defeat him, do you think that is enough to create an interesting challenge? Or does it get to a point of like too much?
How low my health was. If I caught how low my health was there,
yeah,
that could have been bad news bears.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you were doing pretty good, and then all of a sudden you just got hit
bombarded with like everything. I was just like, come on, let's do this.
Yeah, I kind of dig that boss fight.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
My only concern is that it sort of felt like he had too much health, but
yeah,
I guess it's like, I don't know if it's because you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
So if you fight him and you don't know what to do, then he might legitimately have too much health.
Well, yes, that is true. That's a fact. I see what you're saying.
So yeah, my worry is if he had less health, would it still be a challenging fight? And I think if you don't know what you're doing, like if you don't know how to fight him, then the answer is no. But if you do know how to fight him, then it is too easy because you just climb his face.
You climb his face, you're like, great.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, it is a little bit. That's a little goofy. Alright, we got those. I'm looking on time.
Oh, we're still good. We got 2 minutes.
Oh, sweet. We probably talked we did 2 boss fights.
Oh, we did. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
You know, sometimes, we already talked about this, but now that we're on our 15-minute format, I'm always like, there's not enough time to get things done. But then there are things like this where I'm like, oh wow, that was this episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, right. We did 2 whole boss fights.
It helps that you're actually pretty good at this game.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I mean, I'm not the best or nothing by any means at all, but
you're better than I would be, to be totally honest.
Maybe at first. I've also like literally. So this will probably be my 3rd or 4th time playing this game, and I just beat this game like, 2 months ago on my own personal playthrough again.
Right.
On proud mode. On top of that, so.
Because when the tornado picks up a game, he beats it hard. That sounds bad.
That sounds real bad, yeah. Sounds very sexual.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Mega Ether? What about that one up there?
I can't get there yet. Not yet. I will. Eventually.
When you can just like whip out the magic carpet and fly anywhere,
Nope,
all the way?
Nope, not gonna happen. Nope.
They're not gonna pull a ukulele on us and suddenly give us the ability to fly everywhere always and break the game.
Well, I mean, you get the ability to fly later, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it like as ridiculous as the ukulele flying? I don't remember at all.
You'll see.
I will see.
So I think that's about it, though, huh?
We've got 20 seconds left.
Oh, jeez, man. This dude. I just want to make sure we don't go over. I know we've been real good at going over on this series, so.
Yeah. By the way, the reason we haven't started streaming regularly yet, which maybe at this point we will be.
Hopefully.
We're trying to build a backlog so we can actually take off a week of recording and just stream. So I know I keep talking about streaming, and that's actually
And
why.
eventually it will happen, we promise.
It will. Yeah, promise. I promise.
We got a pretty cool one in the works in October.
Yeah, I hope I put a promo video out at this point, but if you haven't seen it, we're gonna do a charity stream for disaster relief from the hurricanes.
For the hurricanes, because you can't just say, oh, it's that hurricane.
Not anymore.
Not at this point.
The one that we're shooting for too, though, I think we're sticking with this. The idea is going to be that we're going for one that benefits like the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That was really rough. Yeah.
Including Florida too, but
Right,
we want
and
one that's going to
Texas
help
and-
more than just the U.S.
Of course.
Because like the Caribbean was hit the hardest.
Really hard. Yeah, it was like what? There was that one island that's like that tiny island like wiped off the map now.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's horrendous, man. It is absolutely horrendous.
3 hurricanes
Yeah,
all
I
at
know.
once.
In a couple of weeks, man. That's nuts.
But yeah,
nuts.
check out that stream if you are around the 21st, because we're going to be doing it all day.
That's 21st of October. Oh, by the time this episode releases, it'll definitely be September, so late September. I'm pretty sure this episode will air in late September, right?
Oh, I mean, no. At this point, it's already October.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, this is already part of the backlog.
Hi, October. So, question of the day.
Question of the day. Boss fight.
2 boss fights. 2 very different kinds of boss fights,
Oh
really.
wow. Yeah.
So we had the little pot snail, pot dude. And we had sand tigers.
Yeah. I guess maybe question of the day. What were the interesting? How did they make those boss fights interesting? Especially seeing them back to back like that. I think it's kind of cool to like see what was done so differently between those two.
Yes, absolutely.
And they were both pretty unique as far as like boss battles have been in this game. I actually really like this world so far.
Agrabah's one of my favorite worlds.
Yeah, it's
in the
been
game.
cool.
It's a good one. It's a good one. There's a lot more puzzles left still. We haven't even gone down yet.
Cool. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for the next episode, and in the meantime, if you've enjoyed this, give it that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, do that thing, because it helps us out. And, I mean, hopefully you want to keep watching the series.
Yeah, that would be
so
nice
this-
too. Absolutely. If you guys want to keep watching us, we'd appreciate it. And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.